Here we are at the boot sale again on a very slightly misty and frosty morning. Hello everyone, welcome back to the conservatory here at Rathbone Manor for today's car boot sale report. So let's have a look at what we got, and that will be this lot here. Not much of a haul today, just got a few bits and pieces because as you saw when I got there this morning, I got there probably a bit too early. It wasn't as filled out as it could have been with vendors, and I had to wait roughly about an hour or so for my favourite tool stall to open. So let's have a look what I picked up first, shall we guys? This unusually small, stubby, hammer through screwdriver. I'm going to say it was most probably made by Draper, looking at the colour of the and shape of the handle. I haven't got a hammer through stubby, or I hadn't until now, so I think this is going to get a bit of a cleaning up. It'll be going into my toolbox then. It's a little bit rusty, so I'll have to stick it on the wire wheel carefully, get this dirt off of there. But it doesn't look in too bad a condition, does it guys? Just very, very filthy. So that's quite a nice little thing. Okay then guys, next up, these came from my favourite tool stall, and I got all of these tools for £5. He is a trader, but he does very good prices on his tools, especially for me anyway. I mean, I'm a regular customer of his. So let's continue with these little fellas. Any idea what they are, guys? I know what they are. These are actually sugar snips for cutting chunks off the old sugar blocks you used to get back in the day, before we had it all refined and one spoon or 2 spoons, whatever. Used to have to cut it off with these little fellas here. Now I'm not sure whether these are genuine antiques or not. They appear to have something missing off the end here, as you can see. I don't know what that's all about. Probably a little to keep them closed, I would imagine. And we have a little sort of like a shieldy type thing going on in the handle just there. They might not be of any great age really, but I just thought they'd be interesting to pick up. Sugar snips. As always, I'm always looking out for some interesting pliers. So I've got 2 pairs here. This particular pair is unbranded. Don't know what make they are or how old they are. Got a strange little cutting hole just here, look. Very small, little square. Jaws don't appear to be in too bad a condition. Cutters seem to be okay. Have to try those in a moment. The handles, I would say, were probably originally covered with rubber or something, because well, look at the lack of finish on the handles, look. So I would imagine they were probably covered at one point or another. Let's try those cutters, shall we? Okay, so we've got some 2.5mm twin and earth here. See how they do with that stuff there. This is copper, obviously, insulated. Yeah, not too bad. What about some multi-core stuff? Try that. Yeah, not too bad on that one. So they're not too bad on the cutters then. So I dare say if we was to get rid of the forging marks off the handles, these might make a nice little pair of pliers actually. Don't know what make they are, just a cheapy set I would imagine. And then I picked up these Elliott Lucas. These are Elliott Lucas 21898s, I believe. High tensile, but obviously not high tensile enough. As you can see, somebody's managed to damage the cutters here. Cutting something too hard with them, no doubt. They're a bit stiff. What the jaw's like inside there, a little bit rusty. Otherwise not too bad. And these ones have the little side cutters on as well. There we go. Managed to get them open a little bit. So we better get the the wire up here and give these a go as well. Shall we start with these side cutter bits here? Oh, God, these are stiff. What can we get in there then? Let's have a look. Oh yeah, they're fairly sharp. What about the other side? They're not too bad. Main cutters, because I say we do have a chunk out of these. Let's have a look. They don't want to know about that really. Oh, there we go. That's got it. So, not too bad then, I guess. What about some of this stuff here? Well, obviously they're not going to cut where the damage is. Okay, let's give them a go just up there then. Oh, it's not too bad there. I'll say where we've got the they don't really want to know about it there. Let's see, just stripped it. So other than that, not too bad at all. What the handle's like. These would have probably been covered as well, looking at it, because they've got a bit of you know, forging marks on them. Good old English company, Elliott Lucas. Okay, what's next? This little 6-inch adjustable spanner here. I've got a little bit of rust. It's only a light coloured rust, so it's not too bad a shape by the looks of it. Does it run? Haven't really tried it. I think it's a little bit stiff. It's going to need to, I'd imagine it's rusted up fairly well, but it does run if you assist it along. Looks like it could polish up very nicely. Drop forged steel, and got, for some reason, got a star and a star. A star, 3/8, 6-inch star. And what do we have? Well, that looks like Kamerling, Germany to me. So I'm not sure how old these are. No, I'm not sure how old these are at all, really. Germany, just got Germany on it. They could be sometime after the Berlin Wall came down, or they could be pre-war. I don't know, because this is Kamerling. I'll have to do some research on those, but they're quite nice. They should shine up quite nicely, I reckon. Look, and it's not too badly rusted. I think we're just going to need a little bit of oil in here to free them up a little bit. You can take them apart. They've got a little screw in there, so that's good. So yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Got a nice heavy 6-inch pair of a 6-inch adjustable there. Okay then, let's move along to the star buys here. First of all, we'll take a look at this little fellow here. This is like NOS. Obviously somebody's brought this home from work when they left the job or whatever. And we have a Pyro Tenax, registered trademark, hand type crimping tool, F size number 2. So this is obviously, they've had 2 or 3 of these in the factory, I guess then. We've got here then, Pyro Tenax Limited, Hebburn on Tyne, England. So there we go, it's been sellotaped up a little bit. Okay, this end's left open. Let's have a look what we've got here then. And there we go. So look at these then, shall we guys? Pyro Tenax. Made in England. I'm not sure how old these are. And just says, I don't know if you can read that, F size in there, look. F size there too. Got some embellishment on the handles where we could have something engraved. There's a spring in there. These are actually quite clean, so I don't know how much use they've seen. So look at the old working end of things here. Yeah, not too bad condition, are they? They are spring loaded, but they do need a drop of oil. You can see them slowly coming out there, look. So I do need a little drop of lubrication on there. But quite what these are used for, I don't know. I've had a look online and it seems to be something like Pyro Tenax. Could be something to do with fire systems, you know, fireproof cables or what have you. So, don't really know. But there we go. I said they could do with a drop of oil on them, to be honest with you. There we go. So they're not bad, are they? Sort of almost NOS in a little box there. So, okay, it had to be, didn't it? It just had to be that I would pick up a footprint wrench. And what we've got here is the press pin style. which differs from the ordinary type, like last week's star buy, this 14-inch footprint wrench here. When I got this, as you remember guys, it had a very small nut and bolt through it. Well, during the week I've been busy making a few pivot pins up, so this one looks a lot better now. What do you think? I think it's a little larger than a standard pivot pin you get, but I prefer, you know, the larger the wrench, the larger the pivot pin I prefer. This is about 20mm in diameter and 7mm thick just there. But with a standard footprint wrench, we remove the pivot pin. As you can see, we've got an array of holes in here, so just move it along to where you want it. Pop the old pivot pin back in again, hopefully. We can get it screw in. Yeah, come on. Yeah, Mum, you can do it. For goodness sake. Right, there we go. Okay, so we finally got there. And that is how you adjust the footprint wrench. Now you can use it. So that takes a little bit of a time to remove the pivot pin. Move it along, pop it back in, screw it up, and that's the adjustment of the standard one. But these press pin jobs are much easier. This is a 12-inch version, it's the biggest one I've got. Move that out for a minute too, there we go. So basically what you do with a push pin, press pin, open them up, you can see that they're slotted, so you can see how they differ from a standard footprint wrench there. This has got an array of holes. This one's got the holes, but they're all slotted together. So basically you open the wrench like so, push in the button, and slide it to wherever you need it, and it's much quicker and easier to do. I did actually pick a couple of these up last week without realising it, namely these two here. This one's actually marked as domino, but as you can see it's got the same slotted holes in it. What's happened is sometime in the past somebody's lost a little mechanism here. They've drilled out this hole and they put a nut and bolt through it to use it like a standard one. And the same thing had actually happened to this one here. This had a nut and bolt through it when I first got it, but I've been working on this, and as you see I've polished it all up for a friend of mine, my bro, Joe. And what I've done is got a little adapter, threaded it in there, and we can then remove the pivot pin, slide him along to wherever we need it, pop the pivot pin back in again, it works like a standard wrench now, as opposed to the push pin, since the mechanism's got lost. And if we can get it back in again, there we go. Right, there we go. So that's the little adapter, and that's what's going to be happening to this one here as well, guys. I'm going to put a little adapter in this side of things, and it's going to be become a standard footprint wrench. This particular example cost me £2, so I was quite happy about that. £2 for this 12-inch. It's also been marked as well, which is something I quite like. Looks like NTCB here, NTCB. I can't see any other marks on it at the moment, apart from the standard. You'll have the standard footprint just there. Got the standard footprint. It's a very small one, made in England footprint, etc. We'll also have it just here somewhere, quite faintly marked, made in England. Might come up when I clean them up, because these are going to need a good cleaning up, these little fellas are. So that's the largest press pin I've got. I've got two others, and these are 9-inch versions. This one is marked footprint, exactly the same as this one here. And this one is another domino. Nice, got domino markings on it, but they're exactly the same thing. They all work the same way, all from the same company. So, nice. I am always on the lookout for a nice footprint wrench. My friend Ben sent me this one along, nicely damaged. And he took the pivot pin from it because he wanted it for one of his tools. So I've made my own up for it. My own little pivot pin right there, look. So that's cool. So it's back again. Again, I've made it to my own sort of like design, but it works. I say these have been damaged at some time in the past. I think the trouble is people buy like a 7-inch because they can't afford or don't want to buy the 9-inch, and then they give it too much effort into using it, and it breaks it. And I was looking at this one, and you can actually see there's cracks running down here, and down this side here as well. To that, from there to the rivet, there's a crack as well. So it's almost, this one's almost lost the whole of its front jaw. So yeah, always on the lookout for footprint wrenches. So I'll see what I can find next week, guys. Okay, so I didn't get myself anything too exciting in the line of pliers this week. I was hoping for a bit more, but you know, you can't always get what you want really. But I've got some, the last 2 weeks I've got some really nice pliers. I'm not sure whether these are genuine old-fashioned sugar snips or whether they're reproductions. Don't know, they're a bit squeaky. Give it a drop of oil, I think. Got myself a very nice little 6-inch adjustable spanner made in Germany. NOS Pyro 10-ax crimps. I'm pretty sure this is like a little draper. I haven't got one that small, little hammer through. Interesting. Well, it'd be interesting to try and hammer through that, wouldn't it? Plus you can also get a spanner or whatever on the end of it there. But today's star buy has definitely got to be the push pin footprint wrench here. I'll probably see if that will fit into the ultrasonic bath we've got at work, because that'll clean it up very nicely, that will. Just leave it in there for a few hours, you don't have to do anything, it'll do it all for you really. I mean, it doesn't bring it up shiny or anything like that there, but if there's any grease and oil and filth all over it, it fetches it all off very nicely indeed. Okay then guys, well, I hope you enjoyed today's car boot sale report. I'm going back to a slightly larger car boot sale that's a bit further away for me next Sunday. So hopefully I can get some more interesting tools. This one, this one, this one and this one. 4 quid, 50 pence, 2 quid. So I didn't spend too much this week, but yeah, hopefully I can find something a little more interesting next week. I'm not saying that, you know, my favourite here, footprint wrench, always very interesting to me. I do like picking those up, especially the like press pin ones or anything unusual. Okay then guys, I do hope you enjoyed popping over to the conservatory here at Rathbone Manor once again, taking a look at my car boot sale report. Star buys this week. Do love a nice footprint wrench. Okay, so whilst editing today's video, I got a message from my work colleague, and he's been out and he's picked me up this little King Dick Abingdon wrench here. So I'll be going along to pick that one up on Tuesday when I return to work. Thank you very much. Okay then guys, well stay tuned because I'm sure I'll have some other videos out there for you in the future. I've got some flashlights that need doing, and perhaps a little talk on footprint tools probably wouldn't go amiss either. So alright then guys, well thanks for watching, and thanks for popping over. Catch you next time.